Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of my favorite composting projects, our worm bin. It's time for a routine checkup to see how our hardworking red wigglers are doing. We'll check moisture, food breakdown, bedding, and overall worm health. Let's get started. Alright, first things first, the bedding. A good bedding layer helps keep the bin balanced and odor-free. This leaf mold looks like it's holding up well, but let's take a closer look beneath the surface. Look at that. The worms are busy at work, breaking everything down into that beautiful, rich castings we love. This is exactly what we want to see. Happy, active worms scattered throughout the bin. If you ever notice clumps of worms hiding in one spot, it could mean the environment isn't balanced. But this bin looks great so far. Let's talk moisture levels. Worms need their environment to feel like a damp sponge, not too wet, not too dry. This is just right. If it were too dry, I'd add a little water, and if it were too wet, I'd mix in extra bedding to soak it up. Now let's check on the food scraps we added. You can see they are breaking down nicely. Worms love soft, broken down material, so if your scraps are large or slow to decompose, you might want to chop them smaller before adding them. One common issue is overfeeding. If your worms can't keep up with the food you're adding, you might notice scraps piling up and even a bad smell. If that happens, hold off on feeding for a few days to let them catch up. This bin looks good though. Everything is breaking down as it should. Bedding is like the unsung hero of the worm bin. It balances moisture, prevents odors, and gives worms a cozy place to hang out. I like to add a little fresh bedding during each checkup to keep things light and airy. Plus, shredded leaves break down over time, adding more carbon to the mix. Check this out, worm eggs. These little lemon-shaped cocoons are where the magic happens. Each one can hatch 2 to 5 baby worms, helping your bin population grow naturally. If you see these, it's a sign your worms are happy and thriving. Here's a bonus tip. Add a little crushed eggshell or agricultural lime every now and then. It helps control acidity and gives your worms some extra grit to aid digestion. Just a light sprinkle goes a long way. That's it for today's check-in. The worms are happy, the food is breaking down, and the bin smells earthy, just how we like it. Routine checkups like this only take a few minutes, but they make all the difference in keeping your bin productive. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If you're just starting out with a worm bin, or you have questions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to help. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more composting tips and tricks. Until next time, happy composting!